hell and damn, you clean it up, Missy.
Oh, wow.
But it was fun. I do a lot of like characters and song things and dumb voices. So even if maybe it's too esoteric or like weird for them, they're like, "Well, that's entertaining." She's like, look at her move around and do a weird voice. That's fun.
So they were kind of mom supportive. Was that like the vibe you felt?
The Houston show felt just like a regular show. It was amazing, and at Warehouse Live, it was like packed and just one of like the best sets I've ever had. But definitely Dallas was like, yes, like that kind of thing.
I lived in Dallas for years. I think that's the highest level of happiness you can achieve.
Yeah, a bunch of popped collars, just like,
excellent.
Yeah, this white wine is delicious. I don't know what old people like.
That's exactly right. You're 100% correct.
Chardonnay.
You get it.
Yeah.
You learned a lot about the old people.
White starched button-ups with like pearls and white wine and big like coiffed like gray, little like Southern bouffant kind of ladies with their little like loafers with no socks. It was pretty crazy. Definitely not my
really
crowd.
Afraid when people wear white shirts. I'm always like, you're gonna spill everything.
Oh yeah,
you're so clean.
Why stop that? How much bleach did you have to put on that?
Someone that can make it through a whole day without ruining a white shirt is not to be trusted.
No. And do anything.
They're the devil.
Yeah.
Yes. You're like, aliens have come. You've seen people with clean shirts? That's who they are.
Can't do it.
Yeah, but to answer the question, it was weird in some cities, and then San Antonio and Houston were fairly normal. Mm-hmm. San Antonio was a little older crowd as well, but I opened with like San Antonio stuff and was like, "Hey, hometown girl, come on, give it up," and so that really helped.
Yeah, got a connection.
Yeah, but they were all just like it was the best experience I've ever had.
Cool,
it was a cool
absolutely.
learning experience. Yeah.
Has it changed the way you've written new material since then?
Yeah, I write. I really try to write clean now. Not as far as like I have the mouth of a sailor. Like I'm not someone that doesn't just blurt out fuck all the time.
Right.
But I've started to write my jokes so that they can be clean. When before I'd be like, clean set, and like have to work through it and cut things out and really make sure that I went over it multiple times so that I wouldn't lead into like an aside in the joke that turns out like there's like cum in it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Whatever it is.
You can't change it.
Yeah, and then I can't go. You can't go. You're like, well,
Right.
I can't go back now. Got to finish this joke, and I'll just say sperm, I guess. I don't know. So now I just don't. It's not like I just use that as an example. Everyone, I'm not a cum comic, but
I like the idea that there's a specific kind of comic.
definitely is. Yeah. There's definitely a bunch of dudes out there that just talk about that. But now I just write with the intention that like, just write so that you can get hired.
Right.
Exactly.
You still write so that it's you, and I'm not gonna like write some phony ass lame joke, even though they all are. But I'm not gonna write with the intent of being like dirty,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to go on like a Jimmy Kimmel or something.
No, you have to be
Yeah.
ready. It's not like I'm like waiting for someone to knock on my door or anything, but you gotta be ready.
You do. You gotta be ready.
Gotta be prepared for anything.
I mean, but now you're, even just having done the tour with Louie, you've taken a step that other comedians haven't maybe in their career yet. Like, even just to know what that's like, how to accomplish it, what happens.
A bunch.
Yeah.
It's a business. You have to remember that, too.
Yeah.
It's not you and your friends on tour, which was my favorite thing to do, but that was a business. Like, he was on the phone constantly, like all the arrangements are made down to the T. He's got like an assistant with an assistant, like that kind of thing, like, and I'm on the phone with him like coordinating and getting itineraries. And when I'm on the tour with my friends, it's like someone's crappy car. We're like, I think we're gonna make it, like, but we gotta stop at Burger King, like, yeah. So that was really cool to watch. A bunch of people come together. And I just got to jump into it and just drive the car and tell jokes. That's all I had to do. So, yeah.
Interesting. Have you learned anything or moved forward in any way for like getting a manager or anything like that? I know that helps sometimes. I don't know.
It does.
About this particular area of the country.
Yeah, I don't think like right now. I'm sure that it wouldn't hurt.
Sure.
But I'm also I still have to work a like full-time job,
Sure.
and it's just not. I don't have like that expendable income to go and like pay somebody that lives halfway across the country to maybe get me an audition for a commercial.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And also like, yeah, I'm trying to be realistic about things like that. 'Cause I like the opportunities I've gotten have been through like clubs and recommendations and things like that. So I feel like I'm doing okay enough to just keep working this way until maybe an opportunity arises that I do need someone to like help and guide me.
Right.
Like, you know, if I did need like a manager or something, I would get one. But right now, I'm just doing festivals and telling jokes at Cap and trying to work on my stuff. I'm going to put an album out next year, I think. Oh, yeah. So I'm working on that.
Great.
Cool.
But yeah.
How do you go about working out your new material? Do you just throw a couple in every new set, or
I don't do a lot of open mics anymore. I do the Cap and the Velve open mic. I do the Velve pretty regularly, because it's like the hardest room in town. It's like, the Velvet room is really hard. So I like to go to that one, and that's where all my friends are. But like bar mics where you get like 3 minutes have kind of, they're not like helpful anymore because I write longer form things now. Yeah. So I'd have to just work on like tiny chunks at a time and then try to make them cohesive. So I do now just like work them into sets, and that's how I practice.
Gotcha.
Because I usually have like at least like 3 or 4 shows a week.
Oh wow.
So I have the opportunity when you have like a 10-minute set to work in a new bit, okay. And then you can work on it with enough frequency to where you don't have to go to like dumb sports bars all the time.
Sure.
Which I did that for a long time. I did that for like 7 years, so I feel like I
graduated up.
I put in my time, and it's just not the way I write anymore.
Right.
It's not the way my brain works anymore. Like I don't even I don't write my jokes in notebooks anymore. I just use
you
my
use your phone
and use like just bullet points, and I record them with an app that transcribes my set.
Okay.
And then I just copy and paste.
That's great.
It's the best because it's a lot. I tried to be a writer. I like tried to study creative writing in college and everything, and I'm just not. I can write like dialogue pretty easily because I'm psychopath, but like sitting down and like writing things, I just don't have the focus and the motivation to write like that. It's really hard for me, so it's easier to just let it come out of my dumb brain, out of my mouth, and record it.
Is being good at dialogue a psychopathic? I definitely think of myself as a psychopath, but I also
I think people that have a knack like for being able to write like with structure are like amazing, and I just can't. I'm just like, this person says this. Oh, and this guy comes in here and he says this, and someone's just typing for me. I wish I had somebody. That'd be cool.
Well, with the recording thing that you're doing, that's super great. I do that all the time.
It's called hit record, but it's amazing. Everyone should get it. And it doesn't have a limit on, so you can do like a 30-40 minute set and it records the whole thing.
Oh wow.
And you have to go in and edit it.
Yeah, of course.
You get a couple real fun little autocorrects and also you have to like punctuate it and everything, but it's really nice.
Yeah. I might start doing it. I got a 40-minute drive.
It's like $4.99.
So it's like
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Ugh, I love it. Thank you, John Michael Bond. He's the one who told me about it.
Excellent.
Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, I love those kinds of things because whenever I'm in the position like that I can't write is always when I come up with the great ideas.
Yeah, I do it in my car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
where I write. I write jokes in my car. I write jokes when I'm sleeping. I write jokes. Those aren't good, like the Seinfeld episode. They're never good. Except for characters. I come up with characters at night when I'm sleeping. But I'm never sitting down when I sit down to try to write, it doesn't come.
Yeah.
Like, But I talk to myself all day long and do dumb voices all day long, and eventually at least once or twice a day I'll get something that I can write down. Yeah.
That makes
or
sense.
just yell it into my phone while I'm driving. Yeah.
I talk to myself like full stop in front of everyone all the time. I was in the grocery store and was like straight mid conversation when all of a sudden I realized there were other people around me, and I was like, you should stop.
You need to stop. Put the brakes on it.
Because it was like figuring something out loud, and it was like, there's no one with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have my baby with me, I pretend I'm talking to him, and I'm all like, maybe then I could do this one thing, and then maybe that'd work. And
the
you're
warehouse.
like, you're talking to a baby.
So I have to, when I have to get up and think at my work, I just go walk around the warehouse, and they all think I'm crazy too, because it's the same thing. I'm just like pacing them. Can we help you? I'm like, no, just trying to work the thing out. Everything's fine. It's fine. Just drive the forklift. Just go. Get past me. Pass me on the left, buddy.
And it's all like crazy comedy things where you're all like, but how do I get him to blow up and make it look like the confetti is his insides? God, how will I figure this out?
The confetti is his inside.
And they're like, what are you? Excuse me.
Oh man, when they figured out that I was doing comedy, that was a whole different. Like, oh great, everything's changed in the office now. Son of a bitch.
It's an important secret to try to keep.
Oh, yeah.
And it always comes out.
Yeah.
No matter where you work, you're like, don't let them figure it out. Don't let them figure it out. It's going to make life so much easier if they don't know you're a comic. And then 2 weeks later, someone's like, I looked you up on Facebook. Avery's a comedian. I'm like, no, don't come to the show, please, God.
I went on a blind date, and she Googled me, and one of the first images of me is from The Neighborhood when I'm in the cheetah underwear as a stripper. That's it. And it was just like, well, she went on the date still, so I guess that's all right. But
she was like, so this guy goes in just cheetah underwear on stages. Interested.
I can't wait for the next actual job interview, though, because they're going to Google me, and that's gonna come up.
I'm really sorry. I'll stop tagging you in all of the photos of you without your shirt on.
Part of me,
there are many.
Part of me wants my 9 to 5 to fail so that I can become a comic full time. In some way or the other.
If you're giving me open license to ruin your life, I'll do it. I'll make sure it happens.
No. I sometimes I feel like you need, in every story, it seems like, that makes it to the screen, it's always like, and then this tragic thing happened to them, and they persevered. So I'm like, well, I'll just let it happen. I'm not going to make it happen.
Let's burn it down.
Wait, I was like, I don't know that that's exactly how it works.
No.
I think it's more like Avery was mentioning about, a random favor here, a random happenstance there. You stumble into someone and then you're like, oh, excuse me, are you Mark Maron? What? Like things where it's like that kind of stuff as opposed to like, I've sent you 16 letters requesting if we could work together on a particular project. Oh, but never going to get it. Yeah, I'm always like, I'm never going to ask for stuff. I'm just going to be there.
Yeah.
Every good opportunity or random awesome famous person I've gotten to talk to was just by being like, I'm just going to stand here until they notice me.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't turn out well.
No, but you got to try.
Your heroes, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, absolutely don't.
Eating a chip.
Yeah. I wouldn't, I always hear bad stories about people meeting someone that they really like. Sometimes I think that I'll always see comedians that I really enjoy and think, would I want to talk to them or not want to talk to them? And based on I apropos of nothing because their performance style is not who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
I know enough comedians to know that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you think, oh, they'd probably be nice. Or, like in the case of, for instance, I love Patton Oswalt so much. He's so great.
Yeah.
But I would never want to speak to him in real life. Ever, ever, ever. If I saw him, I would just stand back and watch him and then let him live his life and then never speak to him. Because I feel like I would not only put my foot in my mouth and be an asshole, but also something would make him angry. He'd yell at me, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not even gonna poke the bear.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a thing. What was it I watched? It was somebody with Tom Hanks was on some show, and they were like, if you had any one thing to say to your fans, what would it be? He's like, if you see me on the street, don't talk to me.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Shit.
there's too many people.
I guess.
Yeah, well, he's Tom Hanks.
He's I mean, it's like so crazy. But imagine people come up to him and in a nice way, but it's like, I'm literally walking 2 blocks. It's taken me 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, Lord knows.
It's his fault for being so approachable.
He's so